Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. قال المؤلف رحمه الله وثانيها حكم أكل اللحم المشكوك في ذكاته. The second case that the Sheikh wants to talk about concerning meat is the judgment of eating meat whose valid slaughter is doubtful. Eating meat that there's doubt about the validity of the slaughter of this meat. وَمَا يَتْبَعُ ذَلِكَ. And what follows such a case? فَاللَّحْمُ أَمْرُهُ مُشَدَّدٌ فِي شَرْعِ اللَّهِ. And so meat, its case is strict in God's law. That's an important statement to help you to remember that eating meat is not a light thing, not an easy matter. فلا يجوز أكله إلا أن يعلم أنه ذبيحة مسلم أو كتابي. And so it's not permissible to eat it without knowing that it is the slaughter of a Muslim or a kitabi, a Jew or a Christian. أما إن شك فيه فهو حرام. But if there is doubt about this meat, then eating it is forbidden. ولا يجوز أكله لأنه يعتبر كالميتة. It wouldn't be permissible to eat it because by your doubt such meat is regarded as dead meat. والدليل على حرمة ذلك حديث رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And the evidence for the prohibition of that is the hadith of the Messenger of God صلى الله عليه وسلم الذي رواه البخاري ومسلم. That hadith that's narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim من حديث عدي ibn Hatim رضي الله عنه. From the hadith of Adi ibn Hatim, may Allah accept from him. أنه قال, that he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إذا أرسلت كلبك فاذكر اسم الله عليه. When you release your dog, then mention God's name over it. فَإِنْ أَمْسَكَ عَلَيْكَ فَأَدْرَكْتَهُ حَيًّا فَاذْبَحْهُ. If the dog held back, he caught the animal and he held back from eating some of it. And then you caught the animal still alive, then slaughter it. وَإِنْ أَدْرَكْتَهُ قَدْ قَتَلَ وَلَمْ يَأْكُلْ مِنْهُ. And if you found that the dog did indeed kill the animal, but he didn't eat any of it, فَكُلْ, then eat this meat also. وَإِنْ وَجَدْتَ مَعَ كَلْبَكَ كَلْبًا غَيْرَهُ. But if you found with your dog another dog, وَقَدْ قُتِلْ, and the hunted animal was killed, فَلَا تَأْكُلْ, then do not eat it. فَإِنَّكَ لَا تَدْرِي أَيُّهُمَا قَتَلَهُ. Indeed, you do not know which of them killed it. وَإِنْ رَمَيْتَ بِسَهْمِكَ فَاذْكُرِ اسْمَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى. And if you shot your arrow, then mention God's name. Exalted is He. فَإِنْ غَابَ عَنْكَ يَوْمًا فَلَمْ تَجِدْ فِيهِ إِلَّا أَثَرَ سَهْمِكَ. And then, if you lost track of it for a day, but then you found it without anything but the trace of your arrow. فَكُلْ إِنْ شِئْتَ. Then eat it if you want. وَإِنْ وَجَدْتَهُ غَرِيقًا فِي الْمَاءِ فَلَا تَأْكُلْ. But if you found it drowned in water, then do not eat it. Meaning you found it in the water, also shot by your arrow, so you don't know, did it die by your arrow or did it die by the drowning? فَلَا تَأْكُلْ. Then don't eat it. فَمِنْ أَجْلِ الشَّكِّ فِي سَبَبِ الْحِلِّ فَمِنْ أَجْلِ الشَّكِّ فِي سَبَبِ الْحِلِّ حَرَّمَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ أَكْلُهُ. Due to the doubt in the legalizing reason, or due to the doubt in the reason of legality, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam forbade eating it. So what that means is meat has a default case, which is haram. You can only eat that meat if what legalizes it for you is verified. If there's a doubt in what legalizes that meat for you, then you cannot eat it. وَمِنْ هُنَا حَرَّمَ الْعُلَمَاءُ أَكْلَ اللَّحْمِ الْمَشْكُوكِ فِي حِلِّهِ. From here, the scholars forbade eating meat whose legality is doubtful. وَأَمَّا حَدِيثُ الْبُخَارِي. Now, concerning the hadith of Al-Bukhari, عن عائشة رضي الله عنها, the one from the route of Aisha, may Allah accept from her, أن قوما قالوا للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, that some people said to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, يا رسول الله, O Messenger of God, إن أناسا حديثي عهد بكفر يأتوننا بلحمان. There are indeed some people who are freshly out of blasphemy, coming to us with meats. لا ندري أذكروا اسم الله عليها أم لا. But we do not know, did they pronounce God's name over these meats or not? So she didn't say, we don't know, is it slaughtered or not? So that's not where the question is, if it's slaughtered or not. She said, we don't know if they mentioned the name of God over it or not. فَقَالَ, and so he said, ثُمُّ اللَّهَ أَنْتُمْ وَكُلُوا. Mention God, you mention God, and then eat. فالحديث ورد في ذبيحة أناس مسلمين قريبي عهد بكفر. And so this hadith came concerning the slaughter of some Muslim people who were freshly out of blasphemy. وذلك لقول عائشة, due to what Aisha said, hadithi ahdin bi kufr, that they were freshly out of blasphemy. وَمَعْنَى الْحَدِيثِ أَنَّ هَذِهِ اللُّحُومَ حَلَالٌ. And the meaning of this hadith is that these meats are lawful. لِأَنَّهَا مُذَكَّاتٌ بِأَيْدِي مُسْلِمِينَ, because they are slaughtered by Muslim hands. وَلَوْ كَانُوا حَدِيثِي عَهْدٍ بِكُفْرٍ, even if they were freshly out of blasphemy. أي قريبي عهد بإسلام, meaning newly acquainted with Islam. وَلَا يَضُرُّكُمْ أَنَّكُمْ لَمْ تَعْلَمُوا هَلْ سَمَّى أُولَٰئِكَ عِنْدَ ذَبْحِهَا أَمْ لَا. And it doesn't harm you to not know whether those people pronounce the name of God over it or not. عند ذبحها, when slaughtering it. فَسُمُّوا أَنْتُمْ عِنْدَ أَكْلِهَا, you mention God when eating it. A nadban, meaning as a recommendation. La wujuba, not an obligation. لأن التسمية سنة عند الذبح, because pronouncing the name of God is a prophetic recommendation when slaughtering. That's Shafi'i school, not all schools. Some of them said it is a condition, it is obligatory. They said if you leave it out on purpose, then the slaughter is invalid. Not if you forgot. A Shafi'i is saying even if you left it out on purpose, it's valid. Others are saying it's not valid if you leave it out on purpose, only if you forgot to pronounce the name of God. فَإِن تَرَكَهَا الذَّابِحُ حَلَّ الْأَكْلُ مِنَ الذَّبِيحَةِ. If the slaughterer abandoned pronouncing the name of God over the slaughter, eating it is lawful. فَاللَّحْمُ لَا يَجُوزُ الشُّرُوعُ فِي أَكْلِهِ مَعَ الشَّكِّ فِي ذَكَاتِهِ. And so meat, it's not permissible to commence with eating it with a doubt about its slaughter. كما نص على ذلك الفقهاء, just as the scholars have documented. كأبي حامد الأسفرايني, like Abu Hamid al-Asfarayini, والسيوطي من الشافعية, and as-Suyuti, those two who are Shafi'is, wal-Qarafi. So this name here, I don't know the harakats. Al-Ubay, Al-Abi, I don't know. Min al-Malikiyah, and Al-Qarafi, and this other one who are Malikis. وغيرهم, and others have documented this. بل تحريم اللحم الذي لم يعلم طريق حله. Rather, the prohibition of meat الذي لم يعلم طريق حله, the one that the way it was, it's what whatever makes it lawful is not known. The way for it to be lawful is not known. بأن شك في ذلك, by doubting about that, this prohibition is مجمع عليه, it's a matter of consensus. فلو ذبح شخص 100 دجاجة, so had someone slaughtered 100 chickens, وكانت واحدة منها لم تذبح ذبحا شرعيا, but one of them was not slaughtered religiously properly. واختلطت هذه الواحدة بالبقية, and then this one mixed with the rest. ولم تعرف أي واحدة هي, without knowing which one is that one. Which one is the one that its slaughter wasn't right. حرم أكلها كلها, then eating all of them is forbidden. أما غير اللحم, now as for other than meat, فلا يحرم بالشك, it's not forbidden by doubt. Very important. That's the rule that some people are sometimes reluctant to take. And when he says other than meat, it's not forbidden to eat it while doubting. Other than meat, meat here does not include meat byproduct or meat product or the like. When he says other than meat, it means literally what you have is not flesh. Yani, maybe the word flesh is the way to translate that here to drive the meaning home. As for other than bona fide flesh, فَلَا يَحْرُمُ بِالشَّكِّ, it will not be forbidden to eat it without while doubting. It would not be forbidden to eat it while doubting. So what's something that's not bona fide flesh? A ramen noodle flavor packet that has some powder. So that's not flesh. So if it says chicken in there, on the ingredient packet, chicken fat, beef fat, or chicken flavor, or excuse me, or the like, and you're doubtful if it's really haram, you're not convinced, you're not sure if it's really haram, then it's permissible to eat this because it's not flesh. فالجبن يجوز أن نقدم على شرائه وأكله مع الشك. Therefore, cheese, it is permissible for us to engage in buying it and eating it while doubting about it. هل دخل فيه إنفحة الميتة أم لا? Does it have what do you call it? Enzymes? Does it have enzymes from dead meat or not? لأنه من عادة الكفار أن يدخلوا فيه إنفحة الخنزير. Because the norm of the blasphemers is to put into the cheese pig enzymes, أو ميتة أخرى, or enzymes from some other dead meat or dead animal. وذلك لأن الإنفاحة ليست لحما. And the reason it's permissible to eat this while doubting is because the enzyme itself is not meat. ولا تتبع اللحم, and it doesn't follow meat. Maybe that means doesn't follow the meat in judgment. وإنما هي شيء أصفر. Merely, it's some yellow stuff. يتجمع في معدة السخلة وهي ولد الغنم من الضأن والمعز ساعة وضعه. Rather, it's some yellow stuff that accumulates in the stomach of the kid. Kid means baby goat. Or the sheep, the baby, when it is born. فَلَا تَحْرُمُ بِمُجَرَّدِ الشَّكِّ. So this cheese will not be forbidden by mere doubt. إِلَّا إِذَا تَيَقَّنَ أَنَّ مَا وُضِعَ فِيهِ مِنَ الْإِنْفَحَةِ مِنْ خِنْزِيرٍ أَوْ مَيْتَةٍ أُخْرَى. It would only be forbidden if there is certitude that the enzymes put in there are from pig or some other dead animal. كَذَلِكَ السَّمْنُ. Likewise, fat. And maybe this means or includes grease or shortening. Yani, think about it like cheese. يَجُوزُ أَكْلُهُ مَعَ الشَّكِّ فِيهِ. It is permissible to eat it while doubting about it. So, like, for example, someone's frying some food. You want to eat you want to eat some of that fried food? What's it being fried in? You don't have to know. Well, what if I'm doubting, though? What if I'm afraid that grease, the oil that the food's being cooked in is haram? I'm not sure, but I am really afraid here. I'm doubting. Still not haram, because that's not meat. So, يَجُوزُ أَكْلُهُ مَعَ الشَّكِّ فِيهِ. It would be permissible to eat this fat or this shortening while doubting about it. هَلْ دَخَلَهُ شَيْءٌ مِّن ذَلِكَ أَمْ لَا. Is there any such material in there or not? وَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِ جِيلَاتِينَ بَقَرِي لَا يَحْرُمُ أَكْلُهُ بِالشَّكِّ. And if there were written on a package cow gelatin or beef gelatin, it's not forbidden to eat that while doubting about it. لأن هذا الجيلاتين لَيْسَ مِنَ اللَّحْمِ, because this gelatin is not meat. وَإِنَّمَا, or it's not from the meat, because this gelatin is not from the meat. وَإِنَّمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْعَظْمِ, rather it is from the bone. So from here, then, you want to advise any Muslims who think that merely something being what they call meat byproduct makes it haram if it doesn't say halal or kosher on there. It doesn't make it haram if it doesn't say halal or kosher on there. Rather, what you want to do is look at this thing here. Is it bona fide flesh between your hands? Or is it something else? Like powder or grease or cheese or something else. If it's not meat, like bread or something else, then you can eat it even while doubting about it. So, for example, McDonald's French fries. So they say these French fries, they have some coating on them, beef fat coating or something like that. So if someone doesn't let that bother him, he says, I don't know. I know they say, I don't know. I'm going to eat these fries. It's not haram. وَكَذَا الْجُلُودُ إِنْ شُكَّ فِيهَا هَلْ هِيَ جِلْدُ مَيْتَةٍ أَوْ جِلْدُ مُذَكَّاةٍ. And likewise, the leather. So that's not food. Leather is not food. Likewise, leather. If there's doubt about it, is this leather from a dead animal without being tanned? Or is it from a slaughtered animal? Or is it from a pig? Or something else? Is it true that when the leather is from a pig, they call it suede? Or when it's suede, it's from a pig? I want to see real quick here. No, it's not the case. It says right here. Suede leather is made from the underside of skin, primarily from lamb, although goat, calf, and deer are commonly used. Splits from thick hides of cow and deer are also sueded, but due to the fiber content have a shaggy nap. Okay. So see right there. Some people will tell you, no, suede, watch out. They make the suede from the pig. According to that, that's like a legend right there. فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَحْرُمُ لُبْسُهُ وَاسْتِعْمَالُهُ. It won't be forbidden to wear it or to use it when you're doubting about this leather. أَمَّا مَا تَيَقَّنَّا أَنَّهُ مِنْ جِلْدِ الْمَيْتَةِ أَوِ الْخِنْزِيرِ. But anything for which we have certitude that it is skin of a dead animal or untanned, or skin of a pig, even if tanned, فَلَا يَجُوزُ لَنَا لُبْسُهُ, then it's not permissible for us to wear it. وَيَجُوزُ لُبْسُ الْجِلْدِ الْمُتَنَجِّسِ الَّذِي يَطْهُرُ بِغَسْلِهِ فِي غَيْرِ عِبَادَةٍ. And it's permissible to wear leather that's contaminated with filth. If it can be washed, if washing it with water is enough to purify it, it's permissible to wear this leather outside of worship. Like not while praying. Outside of worship, في غير عبادة يشترط لها طهارة الثوب. Outside of a worship that has a condition of pure clothing. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.